Hello, my name is Anna Woodard. My current event assignment relates to material for week 3 and focuses on external environment scanning models. The company is Pfizer and its planned acquisition of Metsera. The core of the news is that Pfizer announced the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, granted early termination of the waiting period under the Hart-Scott-Rodino, or HSR, Antitrust Improvements Act. This early termination is important because it immediately satisfies all necessary regulatory review requirements, allowing the merger to proceed ahead of its scheduled deadline. The HSR Act is a significant legal barrier designed to govern all large mergers in the U.S., acquiring companies like Pfizer to seek explicit governmental antitrust approval to ensure fair market competition. This event highlights the critical importance of monitoring the external environment, specifically the legal and political and regulatory factors within the PESTEL model. Pfizer's ability to execute its corporate strategy, which is the acquisition itself, was entirely dependent on securing approval from a government body, which was the FTC. The HSR waiting period represents a significant regulatory barrier and a potential threat that must be factored into every large-scale strategic move. Had the FTC not granted termination, or worse, challenged the merger, Pfizer's entire strategy would have been fundamentally constrained or blocked by the prevailing legal framework. This underscores that even the most well-planned corporate strategies are ultimately subject to and driven by the external regulatory landscape. So, in summary, this case study with Pfizer and the FTC is a textbook example of external environmental constraints in strategic management. The successful execution of a major corporate strategy like an acquisition, it's entirely conditional on successfully navigating the legal and political forces outside the firm's control. Companies must constantly scan the external environment to identify these regulatory threats and plan their moves accordingly. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation.